While I wouldn't classify it as negative, my family's weird niche allergies have always had a strong impact in my life and what I'm allowed to do. Whether it be pollen keeping me from playing outside sports, air fresheners choking me as I walk into a public restroom, or the worst, not being able to have my very own pet cat. My dad's cat allergy was soul-crushing and absolutely catastrophic to me growing up. I remember long nights of crying and pleading with my mother to please let me get a pet cat if my dad ever died. Long story short, I got my cat. Unfortunately, like my father, I also developed a very severe allergy to cats, so I had to compromise with a hypoallergenic breed of the species, called the Canadian Sphinx, or simply the Sphinx. Hairlessness in cats kind of just happens for fun. It's a mutation. The specific mutated gene that makes these cats hairless is recessive, so not all who are born with the gene are hairless. They might be carriers who pass it on to their children. The mutation essentially makes the cat's hair follicles extremely weak, leaving those affected with a little light peach fuzz. Under a microscope and compared to that of normal cat hairs, scientists have found the follicles to be, quote-unquote, grossly abnormal. Now, my cat was not on Noah's Ark, and no matter how many times I'm told that sphinxes are this great, magical, ancient Egyptian breed that was worshipped as gods, that simply isn't the case. On the contrary, this breed is an invention of the 1970s. And if you have a Sphinx cat today, it is descended from a group of hairless cats that were found living in Minnesota and another group of hairless cats that were found living in Toronto. The two were bred together and then also bred with the Devon Rex, just to create some general genetic diversity. This is because the unique curly coat from the Devon Rex and hairlessness from the Sphinx are two different mutations of the same gene. Along with hairlessness, Sphinx characteristics have become quite standardized now after decades of breeding. Other common attributes include a whip-like tapering tail, large lemon-shaped eyes, and a wedge-shaped head with prominent cheekbones. Other hairless breeds may have body types and temperaments that differ from those of Sphinx standards. There are, for example, the Donskoy and the Peterbald from Russia, both of which arose from their own spontaneous gene mutations. But these mutations aren't always a good thing. The Peterbald is a mix between the Donskoy and an Oriental Shorthair. This breed is known for their extreme, exaggerated alien-like looks, as well as the fact that it's illegal in some places to breed this animal. This barring of breeding can also be seen in other experimental or ethically questionable breeds, such as the Bambino, Elf, and Dwelf. Sphinxes and hairless breeds already have a very, very limited gene pool, and limiting it more with fancy short legs and curled ears generally just isn't a good idea, especially because sphinxes already experience health issues such as heart effects from the limited gene pool. Coming full circle, health risks are the reason I got my hairless cat in the first place, and today Leon is actually my emotional support animal. So I'm very glad to have gotten to spend my high school and now almost college experiences with him, even if he is just a silly-looking cat with no hair.